You talking to me?
It's gonna be legendary.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Ho, 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 ho,
They're here. All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
You're listening to Natalie Lipka and Wayne Frazier on Hollywood Close-Up.
This is Hollywood Close-Up. I'm Natalie Lipka.
And I'm Wayne Frazier.
And we are two actors talking our way to the top. Please make sure to check us out at natalieandwayne.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Natalie and Wayne. And subscribe on iTunes.
Yes, and music this week was...
new music.
Yeah, new music from the band No Small Children. And you can check them out at nosmallchildren.com. And they are going to headline the kickoff of the Nasty Woman concert series and fundraiser Saturday, July 8th in Long Beach, California. For more information, check out nastywomanconcertseries.com. Excited to have them out here doing a show.
Very exciting.
Lovely.
Very exciting. And we have director, filmmaker extraordinaire Jenn Page will be with us.
Yes, we
coming
do.
Up.
That's going to be fantastic.
I think so.
We always have great guests.
We do.
I like that about our show.
Hashtag blessed.
Yes.
With great guests.
Hello, Rena Marie.
Hey.
How are you?
Hi.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Wonderful. You're all dressed in white and all ready for summer.
Yes.
I like that.
I am
Yeah.
indeed.
Lovely.
I like it too.
Lovely.
I wish I could wear white.
Yeah. You can't wear white. You got a little white on.
Yeah, but I'll spill something on it in the first
That's true.
first 5 minutes.
Guys, if you've ever been with Natalie when she's eating dinner out and about.
So that people who can wear white is, you know.
Right.
I admire
Definitely
you.
don't go out and eat spaghetti when you're out
When
with
you're
Natalie.
wearing white.
Right.
When she's wearing white.
I could eat spaghetti in this.
Yeah, you'd be fine. In fact, she's got some on her. Right, no, I'm kidding. Hello. Anywho, guys, my goodness, we have to chat for just a moment about horrible happenstance yesterday, Manchester. Explosion at the Ariana Grande concert with 22 people were killed and 59 injured in the attack. A cowardice terrorist attack. It's getting old, guys,
Yeah.
and it's really, really horrible.
It's sad, and it just
Senseless.
there's no words really. I think that's even what Ariana Grande said in her post, or I believe, I'm not sure, but
tweet. Yeah.
her tweet, there are no words, and just prayers and hearts and thoughts go out to all of the victims, everyone in Manchester, and all those involved.
Absolutely.
Very,
Well
very
said.
sad.
And on the brink of that, right this past weekend, the Billboard Awards
Yes.
happened.
Oh my goodness.
Sunday night. Did you guys catch it?
Yeah, hosted by Ludacris and Vanessa Hudgens, which first of all, her dresses were amazing.
Yeah, she changed like every time.
I loved it. She looked fantastic. And I was reading this, and I read this prior to watching it because I watched it the next day, but it was like a showcase for her to show her rap skills, her singing. I mean, and she just had such a blast. She was so excited to be there. I loved watching her.
Yeah, her energy was amazing, and she just oh my goodness with when oh my goodness, Celine Dion went up, and right afterwards she had a hard time after that. She was so emotional, which was an amazing hats off to Celine Dion.
Right, I felt like I was right back in the moment when that song first came out.
Yeah.
And I had
1996 was it?
Yeah. Is
96, I
I
think.
think it was 96 or 97, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because I think it's been 20 years.
Yeah.
Near, far, wherever you are.
Oh my goodness. I was like, I was practically in tears for a song. I mean, that's what music does to you. We've talked about that before. It just takes you back. And I just, felt like I was hearing it for the first time all over again when she sang it.
Just fantastic.
And Cher, I mean, Cher,
Wow.
can't shake a stick at her. She is that woman.
Did you see it?
I did. I watched part of it. I was, one of the sections that I was viewing was when Cher came up and accepted.
I'm glad you got to see that.
And I was like, damn. Okay, so I just have a little tidbit of information I have to share.
Okay.
I'm named after Cher's hairdresser. When Cher and Sonny were doing the Sonny and Cher show. So this is a true story. So my mom was very pregnant with me, and I was going to be. I think there was Jillian was on the table, and I think Elise was on the table, and Gina was on the table, and I think they knew that Marie was going to be in there as well. And my mom was a hairdresser; she was a cosmetologist back then, so she was watching the Sonny, and she always watched the Sonny and Cher show because she loved that every time Cher came out, she had a different hairstyle. And so about 8 months into my mom's pregnancy, she was watching, and then she said, "I wonder who does her hair." And as the credits rolled, it said Cher's hairdresser, and all it said was Rena, R-E-N-A.
Oh.
And so my mom said, "Rena, oh my gosh, it's a little short. Rena Marie, there you go. That's my first name." So that's a true story. I'm not making that up.
I love that.
That's the real deal.
If you were making that up, I'd still be impressed. I was like, how did she come up with that?
But so I've always loved Cher, and I just was so excited to see her perform. And damn, if she doesn't still have it, and she can plank for 5 minutes. I mean,
that was the other thing.
I hate you. I mean, she's just incredible.
And I loved her speech about dreams coming true and how. Just working with all the different people in the industry. And she's a Grammy, Emmy, Golden Globe, Oscar winner. Yeah. EGOG instead of EGOT. I don't know if that's your thing. EGOG?
She's an EGOG.
But just working for 53 years and what she said about her mom and telling her she was special. And it was just...
The woman,
awesome.
The woman turned 71 the day before. She turned 71 on Saturday. She did this concert. She did the Billboard Awards on Sunday, and she looks like she's in 40.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
amazing.
ridiculous.
Incredible.
And she still has that same walk. You know that Cher strut where she kind of has. There's a little bit of a little something in her giddy up. It's just kind of like it's individual to her. She still does that. I love that about her. She's authentic.
So
she's
much
authentic.
fun. So much fun.
And and I can't even imagine being one of her dancers.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Watching that, was just I was clapping from home in front of my TV. I was just like,
yeah.
So congratulations to all the winners and the great moments. And Drake surpassed Adele. Adele had 12 awards prior, and now Drake has passed that with 13.
Insane. And how fun was that Bellagio?
Oh, yeah.
Him performing there. That was really cool.
If you've been to the Bellagio, that's a cool place anyway. But to have him do the concert there, so congratulations to him and everybody.
Yeah. Good stuff. I have so many notes. I could talk about it the whole episode. But we have so many exciting things happening. So we're going to move on
to the social media moment?
I think so.
All right.
It's time for that.
So, guys, what happens online in 60 seconds? Anyone know? I was reading this from...
Well, obviously the music didn't.
Right? And that's the end of the social media moment.
Oh, my gosh.
In 6 seconds.
From smartinsights.com, Kate Campbell at Technology T-Rad. I actually don't know what this handle is. Technology... Trad posted on Twitter. Basically, in 60 seconds, 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube.
Wow.
Almost 150,000 emails are sent.
Wow.
About almost 450,000 tweets are put out. About 66,000 Instagram photos are uploaded, and 3.3 million Facebook posts.
That's incredible. In 1 minute.
Seconds.
Wow.
Insane. And also, Apple just launched a new attack on Android. I don't know if this is going to sway you, Wayne, but I was reading about this Yahoo technology. Apple is back in the business of trying to persuade consumers to switch to its products. They launched a website on Monday that aimed at people trying to go from Android to iPhone. And it includes a link to buy an iPhone as well as answers to questions about why people should switch. And they say, will it be easy to switch to iPhone? And it will. You can actually download the Move to iOS app from Google Play Store, and it securely transfers your content
all your
for
content
you.
over. Wow.
Really?
So, yeah, isn't that crazy?
I just got the new Galaxy
I
S8,
know.
so-
I can't help it. See what happens. And also, I was reading how to add more than one link to your Instagram bio from our past guest, Heidi Dean, Marketing for Actors. It has to do with, she does a whole video on how to do this. And basically, you can only put one link in your Instagram bio. So there's something called Linktree that you can use, and that way you can have one link and it'll send to different things. So
that's cool.
So check that out. I actually already posted it on Hollywood Close-Up's Facebook page. And you can also track the links to see which one people are visiting most often. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, fantastic.
So thanks again, Heidi Dean, as always. And that's my little social media moment.
Very nice.
That was wonderful.
Oh, stop
That was
it.
wonderful. You always find all the cool tricks.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I try.
And now it's time for some not so quick and quirky news with Wayne Frazier. All right, Ridley Scott's sequel to Prometheus, Alien Covenant, opened in first place this past weekend at the box office. The film, which is still set a few years before the original 1979 Alien, busted
No,
through
I don't get it. Just kidding.
with $36 million. And my goodness, we had a couple more losses here in Hollywood and around the world. Saddened by our loss of one of music's greatest voices, Chris Cornell committed suicide by hanging last week. Cornell was the lead singer of Soundgarden and a big influence of the 90s Seattle grunge. He was 52 years old and survived by a wife and 3 children. Now, guys, please, if you know anybody that's showing signs of depression and or unusual activity, use the suicide prevention hotline. That's at 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255. Let's take care of those kind of horrible situations before bad things happen. And finally, this morning, it was announced that Sir Roger Moore, who played James Bond in 7 movies in the long movie franchise, passed away. He romanced the women and he fought the bad guys.
Some say he's the best. Some
yeah.
say he's the best James Bond.
He was my mom's favorite James Bond. She loved Roger Moore. And he also played the Saint on the 60s TV series. His funny twist as Bond made for a long-lasting career for the actor. Moore passed away from cancer, guys. He was 89.
This is hard.
So, so Sir Roger Moore. Our hearts and condolences out to those that have passed, and once again, for those in Manchester, we're with you there. For that little bit of quick and quirky, I'm Wayne Frazier.
And for Hollywood Close-Up, I'm Natalie Lipka. We will be right back with Jenn Page.
When I think back
All right, we are back here at Hollywood Close-Up. I'm Wayne Frazier.
And I'm Natalie Lipka.
And my gosh, our guest today is a filmmaker who directs with determination and vigor. She lets nothing get in her way, guys, no matter what the project is, big or small, or the challenge. She created Luminave Productions, which she describes as a company that creates projects for women to produce, direct, and star in, and crew on. Love that. Ladies and gentlemen, Jenn Page is with us today.
Hello, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I feel like I need to curtsy or something, but we're sitting, so I can't.
It's okay.
Just a little.
There we go. So you have the actors. They're directing me. I like it.
We've
The tables have turned.
I need that. When you're a director, you're the most. I'm already like, how's my hair? Like you become super vain all of a sudden because you're never in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you do a little acting, though, do you?
No.
Not at all.
You did.
I started as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny is I haven't acted since I think 2011 was the last thing I ever did because once I started directing, which on the journey of the story you'll kind of find out why, but I just realized I'd rather make the moments than be in front of the moments. That I had friends that I would rather cast and be in those roles than do it myself.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I kind of lost interest. And I remember for a while being like, but you went to school for acting. You've spent 10 years acting. You've wasted so much time. But then you realize, no, like I can talk to actors. It doesn't matter how neurotic or how nervous or whatever. Like I understand because I was there.
Right. And I think that helps out a lot with directing and producing a project is knowing every angle of everybody's job and especially the actor because you got to get the best performance. You know?
I tell every actor to go crew on set. Like any actor who comes to me is like, I want to learn, I will let them shadow me or I'll try to hire them per position because I don't know if you guys have done it, but you suddenly learn that the universe doesn't actually revolve around you. It just feels like it revolves around you.
What?
So when you're getting angry in your trailer, I put air quotes on.
Yeah.
If only.
You don't have a trailer on every set?
Mine's parked outside.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's true. It's really an amazing if you're on set because we have done that before in different sets. I've helped out whether it's holding the boom mic or what have you, and it's really.
That's great that you've done the boom mic. I think the sound guy is the least respected. There's been times where they've had to have these 15, 20-minute takes, and I'm tired just holding my arms up for this 2 seconds I've said this.
Yeah, I've held the boom mic on some shoots, and it is rough.
So learn your lines, know your lines. Don't be the reason that they're holding that mic up there.
Start just shaking.
Right. I'm like, they have like the best arm muscles ever. They're like, you work out, hold the boom. Oh yeah. Well, speaking of films and being on set, you are currently working on a film.
I'm working on 3 films. I'm schizophrenic some days. I'm like coming here. I'm like, I was literally scheduling a movie, and then I got here early, so I was in my car trying to figure out how to make that movie work while I try to figure out how I'm going to travel. It's nutty, but I mean,
Tell us everything.
Just go. I love it's so gossipy. Tell us
day in the life.
I wish it was more exciting. Well, no, I'm working. So one of the things that I love to do is help, as you know, for Luminate Films, is help women bring their films to life. So a lot of times I can't really volunteer my time anymore because I'm too busy, but I'll work pretty cheap to help somebody make their film come true. So there's this 17-year-old actress who I've worked with since she was like probably 14 or 15, and her family came to me and said they want to make a movie about her as a martial arts fighter. So we came up with this whole women empowerment theme. It's just a short film. It's 2 days shoot. But even a 2-day shoot takes all of your time during the day, especially when you don't have a full crew, when you are producing and directing and art director and wardrobe and everything else. So it feels like a feature, even though it's this tiny film. But she is a little badass, so that's going to be fun. I am working on Playing with Beethoven, which So the thing about me is I've been hired. I've probably directed over 100 projects if we went back and counted them. Sorry, I thought I turned this off. I don't know.
Oh, good Lord. That's
Director Foul.
That's another.
Our sound guy now, he's gonna.
Yeah.
Jen.
The guy holding the boom mic is just pissed.
I always think it's always funny when it's like the director or worse, the sound guy who's the one that leaves their phone on.
Yeah.
But I've directed hundreds of projects. I've directed the Breakout of Rock Opera is, I consider short, but a lot of festivals put it as a feature. So if we say that, when I've directed 6 feature films, and then I'm going to, nobody really knows this yet, but I'm going to Australia to film my 7th feature film that I've been hired to direct. But this is the thing, I've been hired to direct all of these. So I'm very lucky, but at the sort of other edge sort of that is, no films are mine.
Right.
So I can't show you a film in its entirety and go, this is a Jenn Page film. Like, I am proud of this film because, especially in indie, but even at studio level, producers get the final say. They get the final cut, and even if they put something in there that you think is really weird and doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter. But I don't mind that. I don't mind being hired to create someone else's vision. I actually enjoy it. But I realized I need a film for me, so I have this script from Catherine Shefsky. She lives in Philadelphia. She wrote this film and somehow contacted me through Twitter, and we connected. And I decided I'm going to make this movie, whether we have money or not, because I need to make a movie that is for me. And it's this great film with these 2 pianists who are 19 years old, and the 2 actors that we have, which we also haven't officially announced yet, but are so good. Like, they're such great pianists that it gets me really excited. So we've decided we're going to film all the music live.
Which is incredible.
It's crazy. I had to convince everybody that I wasn't crazy, but the more they hear these kids
Talk about the sound people once
yeah.
again.
Yeah. But see, Robbie, who is my normal sound guy, is a rock star, so he's going to be great. Right, Robbie?
Hey, to Robbie, when you're listening. I love it.
But it's going to be my first film for me, which is harder because now I'm raising the money. We did a crowdfunding campaign, and we've gotten some private investors. So we're up to $38,000, which some people might go, well, that's a lot of money, but we can spend $38,000 on a 2-day short.
Yeah, it's very true.
So we're trying to raise $200,000, and if we don't, I'm still going to make it because I just need a movie that's mine.
Love it.
Yeah, and can we talk about your crowdfunding? This was something Wayne and I came across through your project, is freefunder.com. And can you share a little bit about that and how that's different from doing like a Kickstarter?
I keep telling everybody to go to Free Funder. Here's the thing. People say, but I want to go to Kickstarter because they'll promote my film. No, they won't. Yeah, they will if you get your $1 million, if you get a bunch of money in the first few days, or if you're connected to them somehow. Otherwise, you're just lost in the sea like everybody else. Free Funder, it doesn't even have a lot of films right now. So one, you're already standing out in the crowd because you're a film. But 2, the creator, John Simons, his whole goal was to make a way for actors to keep all of the money. So you're not paying your 5%, your 7%, your 9% just to be on someone's platform. You can't get around credit card fees. That's just life. It's the world we live in.
Right.
But to be able to keep all of your money, that's the difference. I mean, $1,000 kept that's meals for the shoot. So it's important to keep every penny. I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Now, a film like this, playing with Beethoven, the passion obviously is you want to make a film that's yours. Is this something, classical music, that you have a personal regard for?
What's funny is my baby, the feature film that I've written, is called Melting Skies, and it's completely alt rock. That's where I lie. I want to put
totally different.
Yeah, I want to try to convince Wolfmother to be in my movie, kind of stuff. But so I didn't know much about classical music. And in my mind, I'm one of those people that's like, classical music is super boring, right? But then when you start to audition these performers and you start to learn about this art, I have this insane appreciation now for classical music. I mean, I have the classical music station on in my car sometimes now, and I'm trying to understand the difference. And I'm fascinated by even how they place orchestra members. They place them in different orders, so you hear certain things. And I'm like, it's this whole other art that I think a lot of us disregard.
Yeah.
And our go at the film, we're hoping that we reach a younger audience with this classical music. So, when I was a teenager or 20-something or 30-something or even now 40-something, I didn't pay attention. But if you put this fun story with younger cast, I might pay attention and then watch the movie and then go, wow, this music is pretty freaking badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
that's
very
our goal.
powerful, and it's very, it goes through just a slew of emotions. I've always said, me personally, it depends on the mood I'm in, but I can listen to anything. I can listen to country one day, or I can be this, I listen to pop or alt rock, whatever. But when you do hear some of the classicals, you're just like, it's
I think
amazing.
all art forms, everything has its place. Like music, for instance, I would have never. I despised country music because I grew up on like all my exes live in Texas, and then when you're a kid, you're anti whatever your family likes, whatever. But then I work with Billy Ray Cyrus, who's one of the sweetest people in the world, and I would start to understand their art form, and really it's a singer-songwriter, and it's from the heart, and you start to appreciate that. I mean, the same thing can be said about film. I'm not a horror movie person. I don't necessarily go looking for horror movies, but I can appreciate the art form. I can appreciate why somebody goes to watch it for that release.
Right.
Yeah, and having this opportunity, we do have a video that we'll post through Hollywood Close-Up of the audition for this film, right? Is that what it's? And
yes.
so, but watching these kids play this music on the piano, like, if you didn't have an appreciation for classical music, just seeing the passion that goes in that is amazing.
Well, and those two, the video you speak of, it was a callback session. They were given the music, but really not given time to rehearse. So we basically said, oh, do you guys have that sheet music that we sent you for the duet? And they pulled it out, and they fiddled around, and then they played it together. And we were just like, this movie's going to be so good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
When you're setting up a project like this, and you're doing 3 at the same time, which is, I applaud you for that. The preparation to meet, you meet with the actors and you discuss what your vision is, and you meet with the writers, and you meet with producers and all that. How long does that process usually take before you're ready to go? Hey, here we go.
It just depends. I've been hired. A musical comedy I did that was full out Broadway numbers, and they had got let go of their director for whatever reason, and I think I had a week to prep. From the time they hired me to the time we shot our first scene, I had 1 week.
Wow.
Everything was already cast. Everybody's already crewed. So it was almost people getting me up to speed more than the opposite. And then you have things like, I guess it depends on the producers, like how fast they want to go. I've yet to have the luxury of I would love to go, what? I'm getting paid for 6 months or just to prep this movie?
Right.
I would love it, but
It'll
indie
happen.
film, you don't tend to get that very much at all. I think that's why a lot of us indie filmmakers are doing 3 or 4 projects, because we have to keep the income coming in.
Right.
Well, and if you can juggle all those projects and you're doing them well, then when you have this opportunity to work on a longer film and have that time, I mean, you're good to go.
That's the thing with Beethoven. We joke because I'm like, I've already gotten all the people who have kind of been in the film family the whole time, and so even if we don't have the money, we're like, well, we'll make it. We'll still take a month to make it, and we'll take our time because we need to have that movie. And then we joke, we're like, well, what do we do with the other 20 days?
Right. Exactly.
Go to the craft service table. Enjoy that.
Well, we're excited for you. This is awesome. Please keep us posted on everything. The time always goes by so fast.
I know,
here on
it
Hollywood
does.
Close-Up. But we'd like to play a little game with you real fast.
Okay.
It's called Hollywood Close-Up's Quick and Quirky Game. Just ask you a couple questions. Just got to answer them.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Who are your ideal TV parents?
Oh, for sure, Drew Barrymore and Tim Oliphant from Santa Clara Diet.
Yes.
How fun are they?
And you know what? Actually, the music that we're playing on the show, No Small Children, they have a song on Santa Clara
Oh,
Diet.
really?
So that's synchronicity
Wow.
right there.
Love it.
Beer or wine?
I don't drink. Do one of them taste like a Coke Slurpee? Because that would be my
Coke Slurpee. See, I'm a cherry Coke Slurpee now.
Fair enough.
It's got to be cherry Coke. If you were a Muppet, which one would you be?
For some reason my instinct was to say animal, but really, if we go all the Muppet family, I'm Cookie Monster. Like, I have
There
a
you
real
go.
problem, guys.
Good to know. Good to know.
Cookie.
Final question on Hollywood Close-Up's Quick and Quirky Game. What's your favorite podcast you're on right now?
Oh my gosh, my favorite podcast ever is a Hollywood Close-Up.
Oh, yeah.
Ding, ding.
It's always the best. See, nobody can see that we have, we're like nudging her on the side.
They could
This
see
is
everything.
the answer.
I'm just kidding.
Thank you so much, my
Thanks
goodness.
for having
You're such a
me.
pleasure. And when is filming going to start?
Well, Beethoven, we are going money or no money, we hope we have money.
Money.
Yeah,
On November, right after Thanksgiving, that Monday, we're going to take the holiday to film it.
And this is not the Australia one, right?
No, that's going to be my summer, which is the first time I've been away from people I love for a month. So that's
Wow.
I'm on the fence every day about whether it's worth it or not.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It's gonna be amazing.
You get to
It's
go to
a month.
Australia.
I'm gonna.
That's part of the
You got
fun.
this.
Well, thank you so much. Will you come back and visit us and
Oh
let
my
us know how
gosh!
everything
Anytime
goes?
you'll have, I'll be out there just hanging out. You'll be like, Jen, go
Australia.
home.
Or you can hang out in my trailer.
Get yourself some blooming onions. I also have to say, love the shirt. Just get a Star Wars Force Awakens
I was
shirt
wondering
on.
when you were going to say
Actually,
something.
The Last Jedi.
And,
If you notice, her hair is down.
Oh.
Oh. Force. Anyway, yeah.
Wayne.
Big Star
Wayne
Wars
just got
fans here.
scolded.
I know. Big Star Wars fans here. But thank you very much for coming out. Wish you all the best of luck.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you, Rena Marie, the Network Studios, all our listeners.
And of course, thank you again to No Small Children. Check them out at nosmallchildren.com. And please remember, cancer has affected so many of our lives, and you can help by donating to cancerresearch.org and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, LLS.org. Let's end this disease once and for all.
Yep, and catch up on all episodes past and present at natalieandwayne.com. For Hollywood Close-Up, I'm Wayne Frazier.
And I'm Natalie Lipka.
Until the next one.
Peace.
You've been listening to Hollywood Close-Up with Wayne Frazier and Natalie Lipka. Be sure to visit natalieandwayne.com for past episodes as well as information on future ones. Also, be sure to rate and comment about the show in iTunes. Until next time, bye-bye.